Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to learn how to write an invitation. We know invitation is a way of calling or inviting people in some event. We all know an invitation is a complete information about an event. Therefore, it must answer these 5 W's. The first one is who. Who is the host? Number 2, whom are we inviting? Number 3, day, date and time. Number 4, where, full address. And number 5, what is the event? Students, I know so many of you all have question that when to draft a card format and when to write a letter, right? So we will clear that confusion in this video. So let us see its types. First of all, invitation has 2 kinds. First one is formal and another one is informal. The formal one is further divided into 2. The first one is card format and the latter one is letter format. Now, the question is when to draft a card format. Let us see. See, when we are calling so many people, a huge group, like school's annual sports day, annual function, some fete, some fair, etc. That time we draft a card. Alright? And to handful of people or one specific person, we write a letter, especially for chief guest and to call a group of teachers for workshop or some meeting. Let's move to the next part now, informal letter. In informal, we don't make card. We write a letter to invite each and everyone. I hope it's clear now. Students, let's move to the next section. Students, one thing you should keep in mind whenever you are writing formal card invitation or formal letter invitation, you have to use third person, that is he, she or they. We are restricted to use I, we, that is first person. Okay, students, let's see card format of the invitation. At first you have to mention name of the host, then polite request, after that comes occasion, date, time, venue. At the left hand side, at the bottom, we have to write RSVP. I'll tell you what does it represent. And at the bottom, at the center, at the bottom, we have to write if any specific instruction that we have to impart. And one very important thing, whenever you write card format, it should be within a box. Okay. Students, we can write name of the host in this manner, Mr. L.K. Sharma, if only one person is issuing the invitation card. Okay. If it is issued by his family as well, that time we use Mr. L.K. Sharma and family. If it is issued from some institution, then we write the principal, staff and students of the school's name. Okay. Then if schools, some of the department like debate department, literary department, sports department, at that time we write the last option. Let's see how to write point number 2, that is polite request. After mentioning the host, we write so and so, like L.K. Sharma, request the pleasure of your benign presence, or seek your auspicious presence, solicit your gracious presence on the occasion of so and so. Then request the pleasure of your benign company. The last one is cordially invite you to. These are just examples, students. You can add from your side, you can beautify your invitation in your own way. I am just giving you all hint. Okay, students, writing invitation is not at all difficult once we are abreast with the rules and regulations. Okay, so let us discuss now. Before that, let me show you a typical card format. See, here we have written the name of the host, polite request we have made, we have mentioned the occasion as well, then we have given proper address. After that, we have written when it is going to be held and a little bit of more information. We are free to include that. Okay, based on the occasion, we can add more details apart from the format. Like in marriage card, we have to write the details about the bridegroom or groom side as well. So that change we can do accordingly. Okay, and at last we have to write RSVP, which we have written in the card. So let us see what we have to remember before writing the card which I have shown you just now. Okay, first point is card is meant for a lot of invitees. Okay, so many people will be called through card. Number 2, these are written in the third person. Third person means he, she and they. Third point is, in case of a VIP is invited as the chief guest, the name of the VIP must appear prominently. So in the card below details, okay, if you are calling some politician, some actor or famous personality, you have to write their name and to which field they belong. Suppose you are calling Virat Kohli, then you have to write special chief guest is Virat Kohli, sports person or cricketer. Alright, I'll show you that also, don't worry. Next point is name of the invitee is not to be included. The person who is invited, okay, like from institution, parents are called during annual function and annual sports day. Alright, so at that time we are not going to write each and every parent's name on the card. Alright. Next point is simple present tense is to be used. It's obvious. Now next is the date of writing is not to be given. See, the date of writing, that means in letter writing usually what do? We write date after sender's address, alright, and then we write receiver's address. But in card format we will not write the date of issuing the card. Clear? Next point, there is no signature of the host. If the school is issuing the card, then there won't be any signature of the person who is inviting the people. Okay. Next is, students, we should not forget to write RSVP. It is a French phrase which means please reply. Alright, so we are going to write RSVP at the left hand side corner at the bottom place. Next is address and phone number of the host. This we will write under RSVP. Then comes put the invitation into a box. Whenever you are writing the card format, I told you, you have to write within the box, just like notice, just like poster designing. You have to write this card invitation within the box. Let me show you a few of the examples. The first one is related to annual function, and see, I have written name of the host, then polite request, occasion, details of the occasion, and chief guest, at the last RSVP. Okay, this should be the content of the invitation. Next example is a marriage card. So we are going to add few more information. At first we have mentioned name of the host, polite request, we have mentioned the occasion, and we have to mention bride and groom's details as well. After that, date, day, time, full address, and then few details about reception, dinner, wedding ceremony, etc. After that, RSVP. All these things are included here, and this is appropriate example of card invitation. Students, let us move towards formal letter format. Let me tell you what are the things that you have to keep in mind while writing the letter. First one is include the name of the invitee, whom you are inviting. Usually we write a letter for inviting a chief guest or teachers for workshop. I have already told you, right? So we have to write whom we are inviting, to whom we are writing the letter. Number 2, these are to be written on run-on lines. The sentence is not broken into different words or phrases. It means we have to write in a paragraph. Next point, these are written in the third person. I told you, be it card or be it letter, if it is formal, then you have to write in third person, that is he, she or they. Okay. Next point is written in formal letter format. Letter format we have already done, like editorial letter and business letter. So that format we have to follow. I'll show you the format also, don't worry. Name of the host. Now here we have to write our name, okay, who is hosting the program or organizing the function. Next, simple present tense is to be used, and that is very obvious. The date of writing is to be given. In letter we have to write when we are writing the letter, but in card format we should not write when we are issuing the card invitation. Okay. The last one is there is signature of the host. If it is principal, if it is president of some society, they have to put their signature. So these are the things we keep in mind while writing invitation through letter. Let me show you the format, students. At first, sender's address, leave one line, date, leave one line again, receiver's address, leave one line again, subject, salutation, no gap between these two. After that, leave a line, then start with the first paragraph of the content, leave one line, conclude the paragraph, and at last you will write signatory. In signatory, we have to write name or signature, and then below that designation. That's it. Let me show you two examples. One particular person, that is chief guest, and another one to call a group of teachers. See the first one first. Sender's address, ABN School, District Cantonment, Jalandhar, Punjab, one line gap, and then date, one line gap. Receiver's address, Sri KJ Singh, DCP, Northwest Zone, Police Line, Jalandhar, Punjab, gap again. Subject, invitation to annual day function. Respected sir, salutation, one line gap. After that, we are pleased to inform you that our school is celebrating its annual day function on 22nd December 2020 at 6 p.m. in the school auditorium. We shall consider it a great honor and favor if you could grace the occasion and preside over the function as the chief guest and give away the prizes. One line gap again, concluding paragraph. We hope your honor will kindly accede to our request. We would appreciate a line in reply on phone call on number. Yours faithfully, signature of the principal, and below that principal, the designation within bracket. Let's move to the second letter now. Sender's address, the English Society, Army Public School, Bengdubi, Siliguri, one line gap. Date, one line gap. Receiver's address, the Principal Model High School, Siliguri. Subject, invitation for seminar on communicative approach to English language. Salutation, respected sir. Gap again. The English Society of our school has engaged a 2-day seminar on communicative approach to English language for middle school teachers on April 13th and 14th, 2020. Professor S.D. Kamnath, eminent linguist and resource person, has consented to conduct this seminar. One line gap. Kindly depute a team of 4 teachers of your school to attend the seminar and send their names to us latest by April 10th, 2020. Gap again. Looking forward to quick confirmation. Gap again. Yours faithfully, signature of the principal, and designation below that within bracket. That's it. Let's move towards informal invitation now, students. Informal invitation, it should be written in first person, that is I, we. Salutation should be dear plus name, like dear Raju, dear Shamita, etc. Complimentary clause, that means signatory part, we have to write yours sincerely, your lovingly, etc. Date of writing the invitation is to be given. Various tenses used to shoot the sense. Now here we are free to use tenses because we can express ourselves more clearly in front of our beloved ones. Okay, it is not a formal letter where we have to limit it to the information only. We can talk about how they used to spend time, okay, and they are going to do in party as well. Therefore, tenses may vary. Let's see the format. Sender's address, date, salutation, content, concluding paragraph, and signatory. That's it. Let me show you one example. Sender's address is 17th Hilkat Road, Methibari, Salbari. Date 2nd May 2020. Dear Gaurav, salutation dear Gaurav. Content, you will be happy to learn the marriage of Radha Didi on 10th May 2020. Her husband is a CA employed in a reputed business house in Hyderabad. On behalf of my parents and myself, I invite you to join us on the auspicious occasion. It would be nice if you come a day before to help me in the preparations. Concluding line, convey my regards to all at home. Yours sincerely, Kailash. Students, I hope invitation topic is clear to you all. We will write reply to these invitations in our next video. Till then, take care.